Hi everybody. You can also check my other video testing Samsung 750 EVO model SSD, and I have mentioned the video link in description section. Kingston UV300 series will be one of the cheapest SSD available in the market, targeted for budget conscious users who just want to replace their traditional mechanical hard drive for improving booting speed and achieve fast loading of their favorite applications. And I had used Kingston SSDs since their V100 models, and that was my first experience with SSD. Inside the package we get only a plastic pad as an accessory for increasing the thickness of the drive. Our drive is 2.5 mm wide and 7 mm in thickness, and we can use the provided pad to increase the overall thickness to 9 mm to fit in some laptops. It has plastic body on top and lower base is made of metal. Overall chassis build quality is very good. Kingston models coming under UV series are all TLC NAND flash based drives. That means we get same good read speeds but below average write speeds compared to MLC based models. And please note, Kingston has released new UV400 series which performs similar to this UV300 but with reduced endurance rating in all capacities. In this video, I will benchmark the 120 GB version. Most budget conscious people will end up purchasing a lowest capacity available, making that as a bootable drive, and configure a regular rotational hard drive as a secondary device for storage purposes. Buyers falling in this category don't expect their solid state drives to provide top-notch performance and compete with higher-end models. Here is the specification sheet for this model, and this SSD is powered by a quad-core Fission S10 controller, comes with limited 3-year warranty, and these are the claimed sequential read rate speeds with both compressible and incompressible data. I am constantly delighted with Kingston endurance commitment in all of their series since V100 models. They always add highest TBW rating in all of their capacities compared to other brands. So let us take this as an example. Here it comes with 60 terabyte of endurance rating with 120 GB, and I'm comparing with Samsung 750 EVO model which comes under this budget. So this has just 35 TBW endurance rating. But I cannot assure you that Kingston drives will have life cycle till their rated maximum data rates, and I don't add a chance to fill such huge amount of data and verify their rating. Before diving into the benchmarks, I will show you some information about the drive. So here you can see the model name, and cells are based on TLC NAND made by Toshiba. We get around 112 GB of free space, and don't get scared with this rather high temperature because my room temperature was around 34 degrees today, and this drive is connected in SATA 3 port. So I have cleanly formatted the system with some basic applications installed. So we get around 85 GB of free space. I will begin the benchmark with booting speed test first. For this, I use boot tracer software in a freshly formatted system with few basic applications installed. So that was almost 21.5 seconds. That's amazingly fast. Next with Crystal Disk Benchmark. In default mode, it measures read write performance with incompressible data. Incompressible data is data that doesn't shrink even when compression method is used. Uncompressible data will shrink when some compression technique is applied. With 1 GB data size and test count fixed at 5. This is the result I got. Let me compare the result with the claimed transfer rate. And what a surprise! Sequential transfer rate is almost the same as per the claimed speed. But write speed is little less than the claim. This is the result with 32 GB. So far, write speeds is just average. Let's see the performance with compressible data. For that, I'm going to select this option. This is the output I got with compressible data. With anvil benchmark. You can see my test system configuration here. So this is the result I got with SSD Benchmark. Let me compare this with Samsung's 150 EVO model. So read speeds are almost same, but Samsung excels in write speeds. Now let me do some real world copyright tests. For this, I created a RAM drive. RAM drive is a disk space created from available free RAM, and it has exceptional transfer ratings to perform my benchmarks. Let me show you the crystal disk results achieved with this RAM disk. So it will have at least 10 times higher transfer rates than a SSD. Both compressible and incompressible files will be included in the test. And I'm going to benchmark 3 different categories of files. Now I'm going to perform a write test. with a single ISO file which is 3.7 GB in size. It is being copied from RAM disk to SSD drive. So it comes to around 60 megabytes per second as average write speed. Now with the same file, I am moving it back to the RAM disk to get the read speed of the SSD drive. So that was around 400 megabytes per second read speed. Now copying a folder comprising of 2411 small files, which is of around 1.5 GB. Moving it to Kingston drive. Again, I am moving it back to the RAM disk to get the read speed. So fetching small size files is little bit slow. It was more than 400 megabytes per second, which is around 3 GB of size. Which gives 60 megabytes per second as average write speed for this video file. Now I am moving it back to the RAM disk to get the read speed of the drive. That was more than 400 megabytes per second. Kingston UV300 proved to be a respectable performer in read operations, but exhibited below average performance in write speeds. But this will not affect a regular user who just want to get better speeds than their conventional 7200 RPM hard drives. And such users will get substantial performance with this SSD. If you're going to perform lots of installation or write huge amount of data regularly, then go for higher capacity models with better endurance rating. And still, Samsung drives are the best performing TLC drives in the market. Thanks for watching.